Alright, so check this out. With this episode, it reminded me of an old cartoon. Like, you know how you used to watch cartoons and half the episode would be about one thing and it would get resolved, and then the other half would be about something totally different and it would get resolved? That's what happened here. And I was really happy about that. Because they were both storylines that didn't deserve a full episode. But I thought that they were going to have full episodes. Speaking of, let's just get straight into it. I'm going to try and do this quick, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the first half and then a little bit on the second half. And the first half was basically the relationship between Akua. That's the way her name is spelled. It's not Aqua, it's Akua. Akua. And Seiji. Which, Aqua is slightly more blue than Seiji is if you pay close attention. Like, you don't even need close attention for it. When they're next to each other, you can just see it. She's slightly bluer than him, which is why I guess she's named Aqua. Akua. But basically, we see that Aqua's basically just upset that her brother has friends. That's literally what the first half is. He has friends, and he doesn't completely sit around his sister all the time. But I mean, if she really, wanted to be around him, I'm sure he wouldn't object, but that's whatever. Females are complicated. And that's gonna be even more apparent in the second half. But for this first one, we got the best character in the series, the freaking penguin. Oh man, that penguin was a beast. I was like, this is a real penguin here. This penguin is my dude. Oh man, the penguin wanted to mate with Akua. It was so ridiculous. But, oh my goodness, was it a joy to watch that animated. Just the way that they started off with him looking like a black shadow. Just sliding across the ground. Oh, it was just wonderful. I really enjoyed that part. Freaking penguin. I can't think of its name right now, but whatever. That penguin was awesome. Also, let me address at the beginning, right after the theme song, Guri was naked in the bathroom, and she she said it's okay because there are mysterious beams of light and steam floating around. Oh man, that was so funny, because it's just typically what happens in animes when chicks are naked, just random beams of light. And steam starts to float around. It was perfect. And the fact that she said something about it was even better. That was a Deadpool moment. But everything ends up getting resolved with Mr. Penguin. He tries to jump at Aqua while she's in a tree, and when she jumps down, then Seiji catches her like she remembers from her childhood, and made her, kind of feel for her brother again a little bit, just a little bit. She's still a bit of a bee towards him, but made her feel just a little bit for her brother. And freaking, oh goodness, I almost had his name there for a second. But the penguin hit his head on a tree branch and the riot squad showed up to get him. My goodness. I'm telling you, that's the realest character in this show, when the riot squad has to come and get you. Man, you are real. That was a real deal penguin. Yeah, but that was the first half. The second half, ugh. The second half had one of the things that I just hate dudes for doing. That's simping. Freaking Seiji the simp. They should call him the SS. Seiji simp. No, they should call him Triple S. Super Simp Seiji. Yeah. But the Guri asked him to go out on a date, right? And while they were out on a date, there was this guy, you know, real G. You know, he's sitting on the bench with his chick, and another chick walked up and was like, "Hey, you said you were gonna be at work," and I was like, "Oh, this my dude here. It's the realest in the field, cuz." And then, you know, he was acting like a G. He was like, "Yeah, y'all came and dated me and whatnot, but you had fun, right?" I was like, this is my dude. This is the character that we should have in every anime. But the chick he was with slapped him, and then, you know, he was about to get real, you know, which, you know, I don't have a problem with. She slapped him, you should let him do whatever. She started it, right? Right. Because he did nothing to her. If the other chick in front of him was, you know, angry and slapped him, that'd be a totally different story. But the chick that he was with, he hadn't even said anything to her yet, and she slapped him, and he's like, "Oh man, it's time to get real." And Seiji came up with his super simping abilities and caught his hand. Oh man. And then he ended up getting beat up with the guy, which I think was great. I'm like, you want to simp? You should get beat up too. Just being honest. You jumped in, it's your bad. But anyway, from this incident, the freaking kiss note gets burned to ash. Burned to cinders. Don't remember where I heard that from, but it was a video game. But it just got completely roasted. And basically, Seiji was worried that it was going to dissolve all the relationships that had been wrote down in the book, which apparently isn't true. And he got this, he got even deeper into the pattern of thinking that way when Akane was basically ignoring him, you know, and that was completely odd for him, which it would have been for me too, because she seems extremely crazy. When crazy chicks ignore you, you're either completely safe or you're dead. So he was like, well, it's odd that she's not doing anything. But it turns out that the couples can stay together. It's whatever. Because the book is basically an activator. It's like the stuff you put on Jerry curls, except not outdated. It's just an activator for romance, a relationship. And once the thing is started, it's up to the people to keep it going, even if, you know, the book is gone. And we meet Tiara. And goodness, man, I had forgot she was that big. She was talking about being pregnant, but I was like, nah, you're fat. She's like, I got knocked up. I was like, nah, you just ate up everything. Bruh, you're just big. You remind me of Choji's daughter. Yeah. As a matter of fact, this came out before Boruto, so they stole the character design from her. There you go. Boom. I figured it all out. I know everything about everything. But yeah, it turned out to be a problem. Tiara gave Guri her kiss note, which was looked like a phone. I don't know if it's necessarily a phone or not. It could just be one of those flip. I'm sorry, mine went blank there for a second. I cannot think of what those things are called right now. It'll come to me eventually, but probably after I'm done recording, because I'm not going to be much longer. But yeah, it's a digital one. It's a digital notebook. And Guri immediately puts them back in there, which saves Seiji's life because, you know, Akane's psychotic. Apparently, she just had read in some book that if you ignore a guy, then he'll want you. Which, I mean, totally doesn't work on me, because if you ignore me, I'm like, well, forget you then. You can go kick rocks. You ignore me, I'm gonna be like that other guy in the episode. I'm gonna get 5 other chicks. be like, yeah, we had fun. Oh, man. But this was enjoyable. I really had a good time with this episode. Looking forward to the next one. Tell me, guys, what you thought about this. Oh, man. Peace out and have a great day.